2 Samuel chapter 22. David prayed to God the words of this song after God saved him from all his enemies and from Saul. God is bedrock under my feet, the castle in which I live, my rescuing knight. My God, the high crag, where I run for dear life, hiding behind the boulders, safe in the granite hideout. My mountaintop refuge, he saves me from ruthless men. I sing to God the praise lofty and find myself safe and saved. The waves of death crashed over me, devil waters rushed over me, hell's ropes cinched me tight, death traps barred every exit. A hostile world, I called to God, to my God I cried out. From his palace he heard me call. My cry brought me right into his presence, a private audience. Earth wobbled and lurched, the very heavens shook like leaves, quaked like aspen leaves because of his rage. His nostrils flared billowing smoke, his mouth spit fire. Tongues of fire darted in and out. He lowered the sky, he stepped down. Under his feet an abyss opened up. He rode a winged creature, swift on wind wings. He wrapped himself in a trenchcoat of black rain cloud darkness, but his cloud brightness burst through, a grand comet of fireworks. Then God thundered out of heaven. The high God gave a great shout. God shot his arrows, pandemonium. He hurled his lightning, a rout. The secret sources of ocean were exposed. The hidden depths of earth lay uncovered. The moment God roared in protest, let loose his hurricane anger. But me he caught, reached all the way from sky to sea. He pulled me out of that ocean of hate, that enemy chaos, the void in which I was drowning. They hit me when I was down, but God stuck by me. He stood me up on a wide open field. I stood there saved, surprised to be loved. God made my life complete when I placed all the pieces before him. When I cleaned up my act, he gave me a fresh start. Indeed, I've kept alert to God's ways. I haven't taken God for granted. Every day I review the ways he works. I try not to miss a trick. I feel put back together, and I'm watching my steps. God rewrote the text of my life when I opened the book of my heart to his eyes. You stick by people who stick with you. You're straight with people who's straight with you. You're good to good people. You shrewdly work around the bad ones. You take the side of the down and out, but the stuck up you take down a peg. Suddenly, God, the light floods my path. God drives out the darkness. I smashed the bands of marauders. I vault the high fences. What a God! His road stretches straight and smooth. Every God direction is road tested. Everyone who runs towards him makes it. Is there any God like God? Are we not at bedrock? Is not this the God who armed me well? Then aim me in the right direction. Now I run like a deer. I'm king of the mountain. He shows me how to fight. I can bend a bronze bow. You protect me with salvation armor. You touch me and I feel 10 feet tall. You cleared the ground under me, so my footing was firm. When I chased my enemies, I caught them. I didn't let go till they were dead. I nailed them. They were down for good. Then I walked all over them. You armed me well for this fight. You smashed the upstarts. You made my enemies turn tail, and I wiped out the haters. They cried, "Uncle," but Uncle didn't come. They yelled for God and got no for an answer. I ground them to dust. They gusted in the wind. I threw them out like garbage in the gutter. You rescued me from a squabbling people. You made me a leader of nations. People I'd never heard of served me. The moment they got wind of me, they submitted. They gave up and they came trembling from their hideouts. Live, God. Blessed to the rock, my towering salvation, God. This God set things right for me and shut up the people who talked back. He rescued me from enemy anger. You pulled me from the grips of upstarts. You saved me from the bullies. That's why I'm thanking you, God, all over the world. That's why I'm singing songs that rhyme your name. God's King takes the trophy. God's chosen is beloved. I mean David and all his children, always.